Here we are.
Good morning, everybody. I'm Ed Parcaut with Mike Kelly, and we are Real Estate Jerky Daily.
How you doing?
I'm doing okay. I'm tired after today's meeting.
Yeah. How many more meetings you got left?
I got 2 more weeks. But who's counting?
Who's counting? Not you.
Well, the last one's just all about me and giving out awards and everything else.
Yep.
Going over what I want to go over. And
I got speakers set for the first 3 weeks already, and I haven't even used my program chair yet. My watches tell me we just went live.
That's good. At least you know.
Yep.
All right. So yesterday, the CPI came out better than expected. Today, producer price index came out better than expected. I'm not going to get into the specifics, but overall, unchanged in one part, lower than they expected in another part. The market has been less than what it should have. Yesterday, we got a lot. We got all the way to 50 basis points,
right,
and gave back half of it by the end of the day.
So
today, we're up about 11. So we're not even back to where we were yesterday at the peak. Yeah. So
stock market doesn't look fantastic.
Probably doesn't look bad either.
Yeah.
So we're up only 15 basis points in the 10 years to 4.25. We'd been to 3.8 in the past 9 months.
Right.
So we're not anywhere, if you were lucky enough to lock, good for you. If you weren't, oh, well, you might have a chance again.
Yes.
Like I have somebody, I'm doing a cash out refinance, and it's maxing at the max you can get. And that's like a 8% rate.
Yeah.
Right. And so I'm watching it go down a little bit because I want it in the 7s. So we're floating while we're getting the appraisal and everything else.
Gotcha.
So it's just because of, I won't get into the whole thing, but it's just, it's weird how some numbers put you way up and some other ones don't.
Right.
All right. So that was a producer price index. Like I said, it came in better than expected. And so we got a little bit. Initial jobless claims filing for unemployment benefits for the first time was reported at 242,000 claims for last week. Oh, that's in the wrong space there. This represents an increase of 13,000 from the previous week revised figure of 229,000, and was more than the expected of 225,000. So what happened was you had good CPI number.
Right.
Sorry, PPI number. And then you had the employment numbers come out better than expected. So that just wiped out everything. So if they wouldn't have if initial jobless claims would have came in worse, right, the way we want it, then it would have rallied probably up to 60 basis points today.
That would have been nice.
Yeah, it would have been. But over time, this is going to happen over and over again all the way through. It's going to get a little bit better, give some back, and then get a little bit better, go past that, give some back, that whole thing.
Yeah,
that's how that works. Fed talked yesterday, and of course, it came out and they left rates unchanged, kind of like we thought they were going to do.
Right.
I mean, there was even a talk of them adding a quarter. So, but they just said we're going to leave it where it's at. At the press conference, Powell acknowledged that the Fed policy is very restrictive. He just used restrictive, but I added the very, meaning the next move is a cut, not a rate hike.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what they're looking at. Unemployment rate moved up 0.6 from the low, but said 4% is historically low, which is true. But remember, they're not really counting everybody. You can't count all the migrants. You can't count all the other people who aren't looking for work. So it's really a skewed number. And they also said the quit rate is lower, meaning people don't quit to go find another job because
they can't find one.
Exactly. They're staying put.
Yeah.
Which is better for employers that have them. Job openings are lower, but still above those unemployed, but they are overstated. They know they're overstated because work from home and postings in multiple states.
Oh,
yeah. So what they're saying is, they work here,
work there,
and
I work
here.
There.
Yeah. Wage increases are slower. With the weight, there was wage pressure to keep them down. So one last thing, they said labor market discrepancy between business and household showed that there was 227,000 jobs gains, but the household showed there was 408,000 losses. So they understand all this. They see it. I think the next month we're going to start seeing it really get worse.
Read an article yesterday.
Congratulations.
Have a minute? And I read it from the beginning to the end, which is kind of
before you get there. Tomorrow's only University of Michigan consumer sentiment, so we don't have much tomorrow. So go ahead.
The consumer sentiment.
Yeah. So go ahead.
You
read an article.
Minimum wage workers are complaining about the minimum wage being too high, and that they're losing their jobs as a result to AI and other things as a result of the high minimum wage, and they're having trouble finding any other work anywhere because people don't want to hire humans anymore at $20 an hour.
Not for those jobs.
Right.
And they just showed this, I think it was this morning before I came into Rotary.
Yeah.
They were showing them, Newsom's all, about the whole thing. And they all around them, the people around them were, oh, you're amazing because you got a minimum wage $20 an hour. Yeah, we warned you. You do this. This is what happens.
Exactly.
You didn't think, okay, if we do this, what's the unintended consequences because of this? Yes, people make more money, but if there's less jobs, do those people really make more money?
Yeah. How much money do they make on unemployment?
Well, it depends on how much they made before.
Exactly.
And that's, you can't, this is the dumbest thing we did. I mean, that's why minimum wage in other states is like $7 and $8 federal wise, because you don't want to be living on a minimum wage. You need to go get education and do more and, go get a trade. I was surprised. I didn't know that. Now I understand why like Turlock High School and some of the high schools don't have welding anymore or wood shop and other stuff, because you can go to MJC while you're in school and get that certificate.
Yeah. Great presentation this morning from Richard. The minimum wage has never been
a living wage
to be a living wage. I've got my brothers-in-law in San Francisco. They're like, well, how do you expect people to live? I expect them to get a better job. I expect them to move up through the ranks. I expect them to start at minimum wage and then move their way up like everybody else did who's older than me and me.
I know, but those people who are in those places, they look at everything as a lifestyle of things, not the way reality is. I mean, they're making good money. Well, how are they, these people can do it? It's just the whole thing that's out there right now is just so messed up.
Yeah, it really is.
Let's talk about reality. When Trump said about, doing the no taxes on tips, that's huge. Yes, he'll have to go through Congress, but I guarantee you it'll pass. And that's going to get all those people who want to, save money.
Right.
That's $3,600 a year for an average person who has tips.
Right. Yeah. And then there's those servers who are absolutely phenomenal that make so much more. And that's
a tip. That is the tax side that they would get back.
I know.
Not
No, I know. So can you imagine how big the tax side would be for them who are making a ton more?
Who don't lie about their tips?
Yeah. Well, you're almost forced to in a society like this. You're forced to do things that you wouldn't normally do because actually the government's raping you.
Right. That's why people give cash instead of putting it on the tip.
Absolutely.
Then they don't
exactly why I give cash.
Yeah, but but the state's so messed up. You should have got a tip on that anyway. So we're going to tax you anyway.
Yeah.
It's just, we need to make major changes because we can't keep funding the government with our money and having them spend it as stupid as they do.
Stupido.
Well, they don't think it's when you spend other people's money, you don't spend it the same way you spend your money.
Well, there's no thought.
Oh no, it's like a credit card. It's like a credit card versus cash. If you only have so much in cash, you don't spend it. You watch it. If you have a credit card for most people and it has a limit, it's not the same thing.
I'm not at the top yet.
Yeah, it's not the same thing, and that's what the problem is with our government and how they spend our tax money.
We could fix this world in a week.
Yeah, term limits would fix everything.
Everything. Yeah, I'm sorry. You've got Mitch McConnell and some other guy that's not supporting Trump again. Mitch McConnell needs to be on a hard reset and probably just completely out of
Paul Ryan is the other one who's not supporting him because of his character. Well, guess what? Character does not pay my bills.
Exactly.
With inflation, I can't pay this inflation rate with
character. And be careful, Paul Ryan. You probably live in a glass house. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Don't throw a stone. Just support the person who gets the job done.
Right. I don't like who he picked for VP's choices.
Who?
We'll go search.
No, I don't. I've got other things.
There was 3 of them supposedly in there. Marco Rubio, the senator or whatever he is, the congressman.
Yeah. No, I know.
And then Tim Scott would be okay. But there was somebody else. I just surprised he didn't pick a woman.
Yeah.
Not, I mean, the best for the job, but there are some women who are really good for the job.
Fantastic for the job. Not the talking revolving head. All right, I think we've covered everything.
For today, anyway.
This weekend is going to be a little bit cooler than last weekend. I will guarantee you there will be 1 million open houses, actually probably 17 because inventory is low. But when's the best time to buy, Ed?
10 years ago or today?
Yeah, or this weekend. So go out and visit some open houses.
Yeah, and really watch while you're in contract your FICO scores. People, don't get late. Don't do stupid things.
Yeah, don't forget to do something.
Yeah, like pay a bill.
Yeah, or several.
Yeah.
All right, kids.
All right, make it a great day. We'll talk to you tomorrow.
Bye.
And thanks for being here, Mike.
Thanks for having me, Ed.
My pleasure.
Look.
Bye.